Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. And the Buffaloes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kansas State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And we get our first look at Avery Johnson. You have to wonder about his confidence after a 5-interception day in that loss. On the run, it's Jackson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Long way to go on second down. They'll run the counter. Swamped immediately.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Rush is on. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away.
Continues to fight for yards. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So Colorado's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Julian Lewis. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
And Reese, man, he has been really, really good to start this season. Last week, excellent. But you do get that one loss on the ledger. But they've trusted him. They've put it in his hands. I think you want to see the consistency from his offense, Jesse, as it continues to grow, continues to get better throughout the season. But I've seen some great flashes.
Yeah, the amazing thing is when you talk to people on the inside of the program, they'll tell you if he can keep being consistent, play the way he did last week, they think they can go to the college football playoff. You mentioned the loss they had early in the year. They can't afford another one here in the middle of the season. He's got to play great today. But very quietly, they believe this could be a special year if this guy plays well.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Trying to escape and get it himself. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throw it, Lewis. Got his man. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Johnson wants to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Second and long here. The snap sets up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. It's Fields. All over him immediately.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The big fellow laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Johnson looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other.
The ball squirts free. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still gets the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to go.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, it's Williams. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And, guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this, being a highly recruited high school kid, taking that next step. And I'll tell you what, Jesse, watching this tape over these last weeks and now getting into the middle of the season, later part of the season, he looks like he's the part. Can he carry this team to the next level, to a natty?
That's what people are talking about now, David, because here's the thing. Everybody knew he had the physical attributes, right? The thing that we've been really impressed with, I think, is just seeing his poise and how he's handled the pressure each and every week for a true freshman. If this...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
They'll send the back in motion. Lewis from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Searching for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first two times they had it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Right side, it's Oakley. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Left side is Oakley. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And maybe that's exactly what this offense needed, man. They needed a big play, some kind of momentum to go their way. Offense really hadn't showed up in this football game yet. That gets them going. Maybe the QB gets a little juice. Maybe this is what that offense needed to get rolling.
From the red zone, it's Fields. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run.
Touchdown, Wildcats. Fit it in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Kansas State 7, Colorado 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Here's Lewis to throw. Rush right in his face. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The throw. And he gets it away.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Working that left side now. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Jackson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Johnson looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Leaves it short.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lewis. Out wide left, it's Clements. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Setting up the screen. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's got the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Long way to go on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And and you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
Finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Timeout taken here, second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Johnson looking to throw. This time, got his man. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he had just enough to will that one home. That'll bring him to within 4. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with Colorado's head coach at halftime. He is thrilled with the play of his quarterback. No turnovers right now. They have been clean and efficient on offense. They've got a lead. Let's see if they can continue that here in the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on the vibe down here on the sidelines coming back. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Ripping through the defense. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Lewis from the gun on third down. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Young. Defense all over him.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Lewis to throw. They're all over it. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And the penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Trying to pound it in. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Wildcat sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Harris. They put the brakes on it. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun on third down, Lewis. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to get started. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And that one's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cradles it at the 35. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Lewis fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Third down from the gun, Lewis. He'll pull it down. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And they can't make the connection.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He makes the catch, and they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. will stand through the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Wildcats racing to the line in a hurry-up. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've
got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Johnson looking to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They were ready in a 2-point situation to defend the pass. They did so, and the offense now comes away with 6 points on the drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Looking for a crease. It's Welch. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide open downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Moore. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Quickly to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way. So the defense really needs to have a plan.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that.
He's loose. Touchdown, Colorado. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws for the tight end. Almost picked off.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Kansas State quick to the line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to slam in. And he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 43, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman Williams. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. On the ground with the counter. Spins away from the defender. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Lowers those pads. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. They're going to ride this running back. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. On the gun on third down, Lewis. On target over the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Knocked down in the field 2 yards behind the line. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Throwing, Lewis. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And he can't get it off. Now, what a huge play this late in the game. Timeout taken here, 2nd one called by Kansas State. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Sells the run, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Johnson looking to throw. Pack's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got his man. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the 1st down and getting out of bounds.
Looking left. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bucks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop them. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Play action on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And now this team